Hey there guys, how's it going, and welcome to a new episode in my COD Ghost Weapon Guide series. Today we're looking at the MTAR-X, a very decent and very popular submachine gun, probably the most popular in the pro circuit, and for good reason. It's an absolute beast, and we'll go into the details as to why in a second. Anyway, just having a look at the gold camo here. It's actually what I think one of the better looking gold camo weapons. I think it looks quite nice there. We're going to do a quick little recoil test. So this is just kind of shortish range, going full auto and obviously not using the right stick at all to try and alter the recoil, just letting it do its thing. And there we see without grip, and interestingly from the same distance with grip, you can see here that none of the bullets went above the wall, whereas on the other test without the grip, a lot of the bullets went a lot higher than that wall. So quite a difference that grip makes, and I'm definitely going to suggest that as one of the attachments that you try out for this weapon. I definitely found it my favourite attachment. Other attachments I would say hit and miss, but grip, why not go for it? Because it's something that does actually 100% have a beneficial effect. You know, the optic sights, extended mags might help you sometimes, but grip is that one attachment that is always going to be helping you out as long as you're shooting. I suppose you could argue that without it, as long as you just control your recoil, then you can have kind of the same effects, but I like it. I think it's great, especially on this submachine gun, which is quite good at range. So you are going to be shooting some people at range sometimes, and in this game where you get a lot of long range gunfights, whether you want them or not, it's just the way the maps are. So the MTAR is, and that's probably why it's one of the most popular submachine guns, is it does have that decent kind of range ability, and you find yourself in a lot of long range gunfights. Assault rifles are king in COD Ghost at the moment, and this is the only one that's really trying to compete with them, in my opinion, that a lot of people seem to be running. Maybe the Vector. So let's talk about some of the statistics of the weapon. What is it about this weapon that makes it a little bit unique? Mainly that this is a 3 to 4 hit kill submachine gun. No other submachine gun will be a 4 hit kill over extreme range. So no matter what you're shooting, or should I say what range you're shooting someone from, you'll never get more than a 4 hit kill, and that is a very, very nice thing to have on a submachine gun. Because like I said, there's a lot of long range maps and you'll find yourself in a lot of long range gunfights. Now it also has a slow fire rate, so maybe that's one downfall. It doesn't have an incredibly fast time to kill at close range, considering it's a submachine gun. Like some of the other faster firing submachine guns, at close range they'll just absolutely blitz people. This one won't so much, but like I say, you don't really need that too often in this game. So again, another thing that makes it a very strong weapon. Now, when I first started using this weapon, I was quite used to using the assault rifles. I'd just gone on from a couple of weapon guides using assault rifles, so I wasn't used to the SMG game style, and I was trying to be quite aggressive, and I wasn't having too much fun with it. I think it was mainly just due to my aim. I don't know, I'm sure you guys are similar to me. Sometimes my aim's just not that sharp, but when it's on point, you know, obviously I have a lot less problems. But I found that your aim has to be pretty decent with this gun. I know that sounds kind of obvious in the first-person shooter. With every gun, your aim needs to be pretty sharp. But with a submachine gun especially, and a slow firing submachine gun at that, you need to make sure that your aim is on point. So I found myself aiming down sight a lot while using this weapon, and you can see in a lot of these later clips I'm using Stalker, and this is where I really found I started to do some serious damage with this weapon while aim down sight, kind of treating it like an assault rifle, like an AK or a Remington, but going into close quarter gunfights and not having a problem with it. So something to keep in mind, if your aim is not feeling too incredibly sharp, maybe you're not going to have a great time with this. But then again, you know, that kind of goes with every gun in the game a little bit. But this in particular, all the guns that the pro players use, AK-12, Remington, MTAR, guns like that, you will tend to find they are guns that are high reward if you're high accuracy. But if you're missing a couple of shots here and there, maybe this wouldn't be such a good option. I'd probably go for an FAD. Maybe a faster firing submachine gun will be more suitable. Now, this gun does have a very slow reload, but if you reload cancel it by sprinting out of the animation a little bit sooner than the normal reload, you can reload a little bit quicker. But it's something to know. I ran sleight of hand, without sleight of hand should I say, for a lot of this. I had it on the specialist setup, I think, with this setup I'm going with now, but I had it unlocked right at the end, and I did notice, you know, it's a lot easier with sleight of hand. You can go without though, because it does have a very large magazine size, regardless of whether you put extended mags on it or not. So extended mags isn't needed, and as long as you manage your reload, you should be okay. As you can see there, it's 38 shots before you need to reload. So that's a slow reload. As long as you can manage it quite well, you can see you can get 2 or 3 kills here, no problem, before actually needing that reload. But make sure you're aware of that. Try and get a safer reload, because it can take a long time. Now, in terms of perks and attachments with this weapon, I prefer grip and suppressor. Grip and suppressor are probably my two favourite attachments in the game, because like I said about the grip in the beginning of the video, it's something that's always working for you. The suppressor is always working in your favour. You know, every time you shoot, you're definitely not going to appear on the radar at all, and that's just something that is so kind of advantageous in this game that I can't help but pretty much always recommend it. Apart from weapons that have incredibly low range, and it does affect the range of this weapon. It makes it 20% less effective, or less effective range, should I say, and that's, you know, not great, but I tend to find the fact that you're not on the radar is more than worth the price of paying of losing out on a little bit of range. So I like grip and suppressor on this. In terms of perks, I would just say Stalker is probably the main one that's affected by the gun. The other perks kind of affect your game style, although I would suggest ping, because with a submachine gun you probably want to be in and around the enemy, quite close to them. You're not even picking them off from a distance, so having ping and then having people just pop up on that radar if you kill an enemy and anyone else that's near just pops up there, I find a really useful perk, and ever since I've been running it, I find it kind of tough playing without it. It really helps with your awareness in this game, and awareness is a big thing in staying alive in Call of Duty. So altogether, a top tier gun, but make sure your accuracy is spot on and you're feeling confident if you want to equip this weapon, and you can do some serious damage with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the weapon guide. As always, be sure to check out my channel, link in the description if you're watching this on Mission Respawn, for loads of these weapon guides and gold gun weapon guides, and I'll see you guys next time.
We lost A. SATCOM uplink enabled. Enemy has Alpha. Bravo secure. Scavenger. SATCOM uplink enabled. Securing Alpha.